In this video, we are going to learn how to divide a fraction by a whole number. To understand the method to do this, let us consider an example. Let us consider 2 over 5 divided by 4. So here we want to divide the fraction 2 over 5 by the whole number 4. Now, how do we do this? First of all, let us rewrite this problem. We write this as 2 over 5 divided by 4, and what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this whole number 4 as a fraction. How do we do that? Well, any number divided by 1 is equal to itself. So we write 4 as 4 divided by 1. So note that this problem has now been converted into the form of a fraction divided by another fraction. Now recall the steps needed to divide a fraction by another fraction. We need to keep, change, flip. Now what does this mean? This means that we need to keep the first fraction, and then we need to change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and then we need to flip the second fraction. So let's do that. We keep the first fraction, 2 over 5. We change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and we flip the second fraction. That is, the numerator 4 will become the denominator of the new fraction, and the denominator 1 will become the numerator of the new fraction. So what do we end up with? 4 will be the denominator, 1 will be the numerator, and so this is what we get. Now how do we multiply two fractions? We write the fraction line, and in the numerator we will multiply the numerators of the original two fractions. So that means we need to multiply the numbers 2 and 1. And 2 times 1 is equal to 2, so we just write 2 in the numerator. And in the denominator, we are going to multiply the denominators of the original two fractions. So that means we need to multiply 5 and 4. Now 5 times 4 is equal to 20, so we write 20 in the denominator. So we obtain 2 divided by 20. Now note that the greatest common factor of 2 and 20 is 2, so we divide the numerator 2 by 2, and we divide the denominator 20 by 2 as well to obtain an equivalent fraction. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, 20 divided by 2 is 10, and so this is our required answer. That is, 2 over 5 divided by 4 is equal to 1 over 10. Another way of looking at the steps required to divide a fraction by a fraction is to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. If we consider that, then what do we have? We multiply the first fraction, 2 over 5, by the reciprocal of the fraction 4 over 1. So we end up with 2 over 5 times 1 over 4. And if we multiply these two fractions, we are going to end up with 1 over 10. Now let us have a look at a few practice problems. In the first problem, we have 6 over 7 divided by 3. So we want to divide the fraction 6 over 7 by the whole number 3. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this problem. So we write 6 over 7 divided by 3. And since any number divided by 1 is equal to itself, we divide 3 by 1. Now we can see that the problem has been converted into a problem where we divide a fraction by a fraction. So we keep, change, and flip. That means we keep the first fraction, 6 over 7, we change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and we flip the second fraction 3 over 1. So instead of 3 over 1, we write 1 over 3. Next, we use the rule for the multiplication of two fractions. So we write the fraction line, and in the numerator, we will multiply the numerators of the original two fractions. So we will multiply 6 and 1, and 6 times 1 is equal to 6. And in the denominator, we are going to multiply the denominators of the original two fractions. So we multiply 7 and 3. And 7 times 3 is equal to 21, so we're going to write 21 in the denominator. So we have 6 over 21. Now note that the greatest common factor of 6 and 21 is 3, so we divide the numerator 6 by 3, and we divide the denominator 21 by 3 as well. Now 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2, and 21 divided by 3 is equal to 7. And so this is our required answer. That is, 6 over 7 divided by 3 is equal to 2 over 7. Let us have a look at the next problem. We have 10 over 3 divided by 2. So what are we going to do? We rewrite this problem as 10 over 3 divided by 2 over 1. Now we keep, change, flip. we keep the first fraction, 10 over 3, we change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and we flip the fraction 2 over 1 to obtain 1 over 2. Now we multiply these two fractions, we write the fraction line, and in the numerator we multiply the numerators of the original two fractions. So what we do is we multiply the numbers 10 and 1. Now 10 times 1 is equal to 10, so we're going to write 10 in the numerator. And in the denominator, we are going to multiply the denominators of the original two fractions. So we multiply the numbers 3 and 2. Now 3 times 2 is equal to 6, and so we write 6 in the denominator. Now the greatest common factor of 10 and 6 is 2, so we divide the numerator 10 by 2, and we divide the denominator 6 by 2 as well. Now 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5, and 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So this is our required answer, that is 10 over 3 divided by 2 is equal to 5 over 3. Now let us move on to the next problem. We have 1 over 4 divided by 9. So we're going to rewrite this problem. We have 1 over 4 divided by 9, and we can rewrite 9 as 9 divided by 1. Now what we're going to do is keep, change, flip. We keep the first fraction, 1 over 4, we change the division sign into a multiplication sign, and we flip the second fraction, 9 over 1, to obtain 1 over 9. Now we multiply these two fractions, so we write the fraction line. In the numerator, we multiply the numerators of the original two fractions, so we have 1 times 1, that is 1, and in the denominator, we multiply the denominators of the original two fractions, so we have 4 times 9, and that is 36. And so this is our required answer. That is, 1 over 4 divided by 9 is equal to 1 over 36. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you next time.